This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan. With your host, Bradley Summers. And get the latest from Alpena Community College with ACC President Dr. Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm your host, Bradley Summers, and today we have very special guests, two very special guests. Our first guest is Peggy Donikoski, the president of the Brown Trout Festival here in Alpena. Hi, Peggy.
Hi, thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
I know it's only March, but we're already, the gears are going, and you had a very successful 48th annual Brown Trout Festival last year.
We did, yeah.
A lot of participation, lots of awesome sponsors and people showing up. This year will be the 49th, and I understand that a lot of really great things are already happening.
Yeah, we've got a lot of the pre-planning already done. Big tents pretty much all organized, ready to go. Fishing tournaments are pretty much ready also. They're just tweaking a few things on payouts.
Yeah.
How much the big payouts for the big ones and all that, and big brownie. And so it's all in planning stages.
You know, and this is the first time that I've been able, being on this show for about a year now. The first time that, it's awesome to realize, like, wow, it's March and all these great things with this huge festival are already solidified. It's not something that you're doing in a week, right?
Right. It's year round. As soon as you shut those gates and pull out of the harbor, it's time to start working on next year. Yeah, review everything and start putting everything in gear, and how many events can you plug in here and how many events can you plug in there, and ready to go.
So the family day, I was lucky enough to be able to take my kids last year, and what a great event that was.
It is.
Same sponsors as last year?
It'll be, the same sponsors for Family Day, the PNC Bank, Alpena Alcona Area Credit Union. We have other sponsors coming on board. We have the hospital that does the helmet fittings for the bikes, a little bit of CPR. DNR comes in with the sea lamprey. Oh, they love that. I don't. I can do without that part. Anyway, but yeah, and then they walk out with a lot of the goods and stuff, and then we have the Boys and Girls Club going to help us out this year, so we're pretty excited. They'll come on with new ideas, and that makes it more exciting for those kids when they go through that walk line. Well,
and I think it's just more opportunity to engage more kids and more people. It's pretty awesome to think that this festival has been going on for 49 years in the community.
Yeah,
and it seems because of what you and the team does, and all the committees and people that come together, it just seems to get bigger and bigger every year.
Right. Some like that, some don't.
Yeah.
The volunteers don't.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We have 7 service clubs, the 7 service clubs that really help out, and they put in X amount of hours. And they also sell a bundle of our raffle tickets, and the rest are sold on site. So their prerequisite is the tickets have to be sold per their club, and then they have to put in X amount of hours. So that's all plugged in first, and then we take it from there with everybody else, friends, family, the rest of the volunteers. And we do have a volunteer list started. People have been more than kind, calling my phone, giving names, numbers, and emails. We'll plug them in at the last. We're not quite into scheduling as of yet. We're finishing up events, fishing tournaments, and then we'll start with the volunteers.
So you'll have the walleye, the bass classic, the brown trout, obviously, and then all the super tournament and everything else is going to be the
3-day
same.
high stakes, and then we'll have the ladies on Thursday again, the annual again on that. Fishing's all pretty much organized, ready to go. They're just finishing information on payouts, rules, and then that goes to the Alpena News because they publish the book.
Yeah.
So it's, parts of the puzzle. All these parts of the puzzle, it's like shift. If it fits, good, we're done with that part. And then we move on to the next part.
So how long have you been doing this?
I think I'm at year 9 or 10. I have to look back. I really don't know. That's pretty bad.
We'll go with 10.
I think it's pretty close to 10. So we know it has to be done. And then without the community support, we are so lucky. All the sponsors out there, all the businesses, whether donation or whether a paid sponsorship for this, we have got the most awesome community here, I'll tell you, for supporting.
They really do.
They really do. They want to see it maintained. They want to see it go on to the 50th, and rightfully so. I mean, it's their events, their community, their fish from the Great Lakes. I mean, they do a lot. The community does a lot.
It's right in our back door.
Right.
I mean, you know,
Most
to be able to,
beautiful.
and it brings people from not just Alpena, but from the surrounding communities, from other
Yes.
states. I mean,
Yes.
they all come to participate in this event.
Right. That's why we try to get those dates out there early, because they have to take their vacation times. And they have to bring all the boats in, haul all that stuff in, and then find room. Because Alpena runs out of rooms for brown trout. So some of the fishermen towards the end are going, where can we get a room and park our boat? Well, the boat's a mortgage on wheels,
Yep.
in my opinion. That needs to be protected. So that's pretty awesome too. So, so not also with the downtown, with the shopping and the fishermen and ladies bringing family in. That's big. That's huge.
Well, you know, and one of the, for me, one of the more fun activities too is just listening to some of the great music that's
Yes.
brought to this festival
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
You know, going down, checking out the fish and watching the weigh-ins, and then, you know, seeing a bluegrass band or a rock band or something
Right.
playing. Are there any cool secrets that you can share?
Yes,
about
we have
any-
Danielle and her dad, Mick Kaiser, are my small tent managers. And she hires all the talent. It'll come into us, we forward it on to her because she lives in Lansing. So she takes her vacation every year from being a nurse to come to Alpena to run our small tent for us.
Wow.
And we're lucky she picks out that talent. So she's been stepping it up with different genres of music. And so we just let her run with it. She knows it. She's been doing it for years. I can count on her for the big tent, her and
Yeah.
Mick, yeah. But in the big tent, yes, we've got something new. We've got ATZ as a sister station, the Oldies, the Bird. I'm sure a lot of people have listened in already. And they're bringing in a CCR, Clearwater Revival tribute band. So that's the first Friday kickoff in the big tent. It's going to be awesome.
That'd be cool.
It's going to be awesome. I have the 8 tracks.
You can't get John Fogerty to come in person?
I don't know. That's their deal.
Yeah,
They
that's-
bring the bands in. I'm just there. I just work it. Yeah, we've got that. And then the second Saturday, WATZ themselves bring in the country show. So they've got Waylon, an upcoming artist, Waylon Hannell. And we already talked to him and had multiple interviews, and ATZ is playing his music right now. He's cut a few deals in Nashville already. And then the Family Tradition Band afterwards. You got
Cool.
an opening act.
Yep.
You got that band. Big night. But also on board again this year is Thunder Bay Arts Council, Hooked on Music. They're bringing it back.
Cool.
So first Friday night, the Oldies. The second, so that Saturday, it will be Thunder Bay Arts Council bringing in 3, they try to do local bands and different types of music for the Saturday evening.
Yeah.
And it's only $5 entry fee for that particular one. The other ones will have a different entrance fee for ATZ and for the Oldies, the Bird. But yeah, so that's, and then we'll have the car show. Carlos will be playing again. I think it's Catharis.
Yeah,
Maybe?
I think so.
Yeah, he's going to play the last Saturday of Brown Trout. Yeah, yep, it's his second year of doing this, so yeah, let him do it. He brings his guys in and stuff like that, and they love it. The public loves it.
You know, I'm just always so amazed, you know, how it just brings the community together with
Yep.
local artists and local organizations like Thunder Bay Arts Council and all the sponsors that step up year after year to make this happen. And, you know, a lot of that, you're the catalyst for a lot of that. So,
Well, we try. We try to bring them in. It's hard, obviously, you know, too, bringing in, organizing it all. Certain dates, this, that, but there's only like 2 or 3 days that aren't booked in that big tent. And it's a lot to cover. It's a lot for the volunteers.
amazing.
And then you've got, you know, all your expenses. You've got the security, you've got the porta-johns, but they've been doing it for so long. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
It'll be busy. There's something for everybody, especially this year. You know, whether you fish, you're into the music,
Yep.
sit and relax. That small tent has never been so busy since the COVID year.
yeah.
They just want to sit, they want to visit, have a
Well,
beverage.
and the
That's what it's
community
about.
is just raring to get going again,
Yep.
you know, and we have been, but,
Yep.
you know, these events, it's nice to see them come back year after year.
Yeah. And every year we leave it open longer. If they're sitting there enjoying the music and the band wants to continue to play, why not? It's right there by the water, it's by the docks, it's a beautiful setting.
It is.
I talked to a gentleman named Mike, and he is with the Michigan Festivals last year or the year before, and he was stating how we're one of the only festivals that are right on the water.
That's awesome.
What an asset. Yeah, he's going, there's very few that are right on the water like this.
Aw.
So, yeah, so beautiful, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on today and giving an update. I really look forward to having you on again to talk more about what's going on.
Okay.
And even more updates.
Okay,
But
sounds good.
Thank you so much
You're
again for
welcome.
being here.
Thank you for having me.
Stay tuned after the break for Cindy Johnson with the Huron Humane Society. Welcome back to Talk of the Town. Our next guest is Cindy Johnson with the Huron Humane Society. Hi, Cindy.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. Doing well, thank you. Thank you for being here as well.
Thank you for having us.
You know, always I have nice things to say about what you're doing. You know, getting the kitties and the puppies off the street, finding their forever homes, and doing a lot of really wonderful things. But you know, I understand that the operations it may take funds to do some of these things.
It takes a lot of funds to do.
I'm being sarcastic, and leading into the fact that I know you have some fundraisers coming up.
Yes. Right now, we actually joined the Walmart Spark Club. So what that is a roundup club. So if you're order online or order your groceries online or in the store, and this is at Walmart or any Sam's Club, you can put us down as your Roundup organization or tell them at the cash register, please round up for the Huron Humane Society. And this month, from the beginning of this month to the end of this month, Walmart matches that.
Wow.
So whatever Roundup dollars we get, they will match. So if you use Walmart services or Sam Club services, online you can look for us as a nonprofit. We're listed and tag us as your nonprofit to round up for, and just tell the cashier in the store you'd like to round up for the Huron Humane Society.
Wow, that's a great opportunity.
It is fantastic.
So you've been doing this for a little while because I've utilized some of my online grocery purchases.
Right.
And it's really simple to use.
Yeah.
It really is really simple to use, and I know it makes, I'm sure, a pretty big donation and helping with some of the funds that are needed to take care of these animals.
Yeah, and it's expensive to take care of animals, especially when they come in sick. So we need all that help. And they started this program in the last quarter of last year. So it's kind of just getting started, and it will help replace the Amazon Smile.
Yeah.
Amazon Smile went away. So if you had us listed as your organization or any organization, nonprofit listed, the Amazon Smile is done. So you need to find other ways to. So Walmart, Sam's Club, this is a perfect opportunity. And it might just be a quarter here, but if they match it, it's 50 cents, and it all starts to add up quickly.
Well, yeah, and it's just wonderful that a large corporation like that, especially something in our community, that a lot of people frequent. Like you're saying, at 10 cents, that 90 cents, whatever it is to round up, it makes a big difference at the end of the month.
Huge difference. And you can use this at any Sam's Club, any Walmart, anywhere. So if you're, in another state shopping at Walmart, use us. Use us as your nonprofit to round up for. So, and we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Another opportunity coming up, and we just signed up for this. Target Corporation, Target. National Target. They have a nonprofit for nonprofits, and they picked us to represent them in April and May. And this is an online thing, so they're going to send us details, and so we'll need people to, and I think it's more of a voting thing, people to vote. The more votes we get, the more money we raise.
Awesome.
So we're looking forward to that, and that they chose us for the work that we do. We're pretty stoked about that.
And I know some other organizations in the community have done these where you vote, and it's either a project or a program or just the organization and the impact they have, but the community really rallies behind these.
Oh, they do. They do.
And for a smaller community like we are, it's pretty amazing when 80% of our population is literally getting on and and voting and making their voices heard.
Yeah, it makes a difference for nonprofits in the community. It just makes a difference, and it's easy to do. So so we'll launch that as soon as we get all the details and the marketing material for that. We'll launch that so the public knows it's coming.
Yeah, and so, you know, and I know that you're talking about the fundraisers and the things, you know, and funds that are needed to, you know, better serve the animals that you have. What are some of the items that you're looking for right now that I could stop by and drop off today?
Okay, always bleach, laundry soap, dish soap. We use those every single day. And wet cat food those are the supplies that we run out of the most. All the time. So people might think, you know, and you can go to the dollar store and get the bleach. It's $1.25 at the dollar store. It all works the same. But it makes a huge difference when people donate those products to us.
Yeah.
Then we can take the money we would have had to spend on that and put it into animal care. So those little, you know, 5 cans of cat food make a huge difference to us. It just does. So we appreciate that. We still have our bottle drive. That's a non-stop bottle drive. There's a pen out there. You can just put them in. We'll take care of them from there. But all of that makes a huge difference in helping us run our operation.
Yeah. And it is cat season.
It is kitten season. They have been made. Some of them, we just had one that gave birth a couple of weeks ago, but kitten season's going to hit like any, I mean, it goes from boom, you're full of kittens and cats. So that's coming, and it gets crazy and expensive, but we're here to do the very best we can to help as many animals as we can. So
now, in the past, you had was there a partnership or a relationship you had with Chewy?
Yes, you can go on Chewy too and use us as a nonprofit and order. Like you can go on Chewy and say, so we have a list on Chewy of stuff that we need. It's like stuff that we need. It's not things that we want. It's needs. And just click, put them in your basket, pay for them, and then they ship them to us.
Yeah, that's a great service
It
too.
is a fantastic service.
You know, and you know, in the community, there's, you know, we have places that we can go and we can get, you know, the supplies for our animals at home, or you can as well, but, you know, we don't have a lot of them here.
Yeah.
So being able to utilize online services like that to have things delivered is awesome.
It really helps. It really does. So, yep.
So you're busy.
We are beyond busy. And just so that everyone knows, we're finally, people are we're getting caught up on our cat waiting list. We have probably about maybe 6 or 8 more cats that we have to bring in, and then our waiting list is done.
Oh, wow.
Before it starts getting crazy again. So if you know anyone out there right now that needs help with cats or kittens, if you can pick them up, they can use the litter box and they're adoptable, call us, because we have room right now. We won't pretty soon. That's just the way it goes. So if you're in a pickle and need help, we're here to help. We also have our food pantry, so if you have an issue feeding your animal, you know, in between tough times, we have cat and dog food right now that's available. There's sometimes that we don't, but currently we do have food in our food pantry. Give us a call.
Well, thank you so much for having a big heart like you do for the animals of our community, and the team that you work with and the volunteers I know are just fantastic.
They are. I have to say that. And we couldn't do what we do without the community. We just couldn't. So we appreciate everything the community does for us, that we can't thank them enough.
It's like a common theme. I think I should read it. This show should be renamed "We Could Not Do What We Do Without the Community." I mean, it's so true, isn't it?
It is. It is absolutely true.
Well, Cindy, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
And talking about the wonderful things that you're doing.
You're welcome. Thank you for having us.
Well, anytime. And thank you all for joining us as we continue to endeavor the great world of nonprofits in our community. Stay tuned after the break for the ACC segment.